Good afternoon, and welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program.
This program is brought to you by the Southwest TV Translator Association and supported by the Dolores County Broadcasting Network on DCTV.
The News at Noon program is the best assembly of news and local weather for the Four Corners region. Give us your feedback and news alerts at 677-4119.
With all that said, I'm Kendra Cook, and my co-hosts are Kelsey Kiesling and Jerry Tope. And now, for May 3rd, 2016, here's the news. According to the Durango Herald, a Florida man has filed dozens of lawsuits against small businesses across Colorado, including about 10 in Durango, alleging violations of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Santiago Abreu is a self-identified tester for ADA compliance, according to the dozens of federal lawsuits he's filed since July of 2015 in Colorado. But some say Abreu's efforts are an attempt to extort money from small businesses because he quickly offers to settle for cash. Local businesses that have been sued include Orio's Roadhouse, College Drive Cafe, Grass Burger, The Bookcase and Barber, Home Slice Pizza, General Palmer, and Doubletree Hotel in Durango. Abreu apparently visited Durango in August and again in March. During his visits, he went into numerous businesses, apparently taking note of alleged ADA violations, including bathroom counters and soap dispensers that sit too high, grab bars that have improper length or spacing, and insufficient door, aisles, or floor space for maneuvering. Instead of notifying business owners about his concerns, he filed federal lawsuits against them, said Marla C. Underell, a Durango lawyer representing Orio's Roadhouse. He's using law firms in Colorado, Arizona, and Florida to file complaints. Underell characterized Abreu as a serial plaintiff. She has contacted the federal court in Colorado to notify it of related cases in which a common party and law firms file serial lawsuits. Underell and her clients, Rob and Heidi Oreo, owners of Orio's Roadhouse, are considering a counterclaim against Abreu for abuse of process. They've also notified the FBI and Colorado Attorney General's office. The Colorado Attorney General said Monday that plaintiffs can sue under Title III of the ADA without exhausting administrative remedies. Unfortunately, businesses don't have many options other than to try to ensure ADA compliance and fight the lawsuits. Erin Lamb, spokeswoman for the Attorney General in Denver, wrote in an email to the Herald. Legislation has been introduced in California and at the federal level to address abuses. Abreu is from Palm Beach County, Florida, and apparently visits Colorado for certain medical treatments that are not available in Florida, according to one of his complaints. In addition to Durango, he's filed lawsuits against small businesses in Breckenridge and Telluride.
According to the Durango Herald, a Bayfield caretaker who stole more than $3,000 from an at-risk adult under her care pleaded guilty Monday to felony identity theft and unlawful use of a transaction device. Jimmy Hendricks, 46, faces up to 90 days in jail and 3 years on probation after signing a plea agreement with the 6th Judicial District Attorney's Office. Sentencing is set for 9 a.m. June 27th in front of District Judge Suzanne Carlson. Hendricks, an employee with Community Connections, a Durango nonprofit that provides assistance to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, provided daily care to a 79-year-old Durango man for more than 2 years. She helped him complete tasks and manage money, according to an arrest affidavit filed in La Plata County Combined Courts. Hendricks used the client's debit card for personal use, including groceries, automotive parts, pet food, DVDs and CDs, pillows, curtains, and a home printer. She also used it for ATM withdrawals and the cash back option at Walmart, the affidavit says. The suspected theft occurred between July and February. A case manager at Community Connections discovered the thefts while reviewing the client's bank ledger, which showed purchases for gas and automotive parts. But the client doesn't own a car, according to the affidavit. In an interview with police, Hendricks admitted to using the man's debit card on several occasions to purchase personal items, but she said she provided the man with cash for the transactions. She also said she may have accidentally used the man's debit card to make personal purchases. As a condition of her probation, she must pay $3,377 in restitution.
According to the Durango Herald, the Bandora mine is just one of an undetermined number of inactive mines in San Juan County at risk of a blowout. Yet what makes the danger of this collapsed portal of particular concern is a popular campground is in its path. Bill Simon, a founder of the Animas River Stakeholders Group, who retired in October, said it would only be a matter of 15 to 30 minutes before it reached South Mineral Campground. He has worried for years that the loose pile of dirt and rocks that cover the entrance to the Bandora mine about 9 miles west of Silverton on Forest Service Road 585 could give way and flood the campground that sits beside South Fork Mineral Creek. The most recent data show that the mine is discharging at a rate of about 35 gallons per minute, and it's high in zinc and manganese. But what's built up behind the portal is anyone's guess. Kristen Brown, a reclamation specialist with the Bureau of Reclamation, said an inspection last year showed evidence that the water inside the mine is spilling out at an elevation higher than the floor of the workings. Brown provided a rough estimate that there could be at least 5,000 feet of workings in the Bandora mine. For reference, the Gold King mine has about 7,000 feet. Yet not enough research has been done to say conclusively how much water pressure is behind the entrance. No remediation work has been performed on the Bandora mine, which produced gold and silver off and on from 1890 to 1940. The mine is now owned by Stith Mining LLC, based in Montgomery, Alabama, which purchased Bandora in 1990 along with 8 other claims for $24,900 from Colorado National Bank. The Bandora mine is, however, listed as one of 48 mining-related sites that are part of the EPA's proposed Superfund listing, the Bonita Peak Mining District, which would have the protections to undertake cleanup efforts. The 26 camping sites at South Mineral Campground are maintained by the U.S. Forest Service within the San Juan National Forest, which is aware of the risks, a spokesman for the agency said last Wednesday. According to the Forest Service, the campground, about 2 miles away from the mine, has around 6,500 annual visitors from Memorial Day through mid-September. Currently, there are no markers indicating the campground's vulnerability. However, Lujan wrote that if studies from the Superfund effort reveal high risks of a blowout at Bandora, the Forest Service would consider installing warning signs.
According to the Durango Herald, the Fort Collins Police Department is trying to determine why police officers incorrectly logged body-mounted camera footage that could have affected dozens of cases. In several cases, attorneys had no way of knowing whether video evidence existed or could have been used by the defense. According to a police department audit, 38 videos involving 31 cases were not cataloged properly. In those cases, the videos were not transferred to the Larimer County District Attorney's Office or the Fort Collins City Attorney's Office. Police say most police reports noted in writing whether an officer's camera recorded the incident, but more than a half a dozen did not include them. Police have recorded about 67,000 videos since Fort Collins first started using body-mounted cameras in 2012, the Fort Collins Coloradoan reported. While this represents a very small rate of error, we recognize that any degree of error is unacceptable, Fort Collins Police Chief John Hutto wrote in a memo outlining steps the department is taking to fix the problem. Those steps include retraining and improved verification of records. Police have also halted deletion of all video evidence, and the department is auditing about 5,600 open Fort Collins cases to make sure the videos are available to authorities and attorneys. Police say they contacted the district attorney's office in March after first becoming aware of the errors. District Attorney Clifford Rydell said his office notified judges and defendants about the problems. It was unclear whether the problems might have an effect on cases that have already been resolved.
From the Cortez Journal, in the continuing saga of a potential national monument designation in southeast Utah, the Ute Mountain Ute tribe expressed enthusiasm for the proposed Bears Ears National Monument at a community meeting held last Thursday attended by 50 Ute and Navajo tribal members. Ute Mountain has joined the Bears Ears Intertribal Coalition along with the Uinta, Ouray Utes, Navajo, Hopi, and Zuni tribes to lobby for the federal action. Coalition. They are asking President Obama to declare the national monument on 1.9 million acres in southeast Utah to protect traditional Native American lands and ancient cultural sites. Under the proposal, it would be the first national monument to be co-managed by the BLM and Native tribes with current and ancestral ties to the land. The meeting was one of a series organized by Utah Dene B'Kea, a nonprofit group who first proposed the monument and is working to educate the public. The Canyon Country area is dominated by Cedar Mesa and the prominent Bears Ears mesas. It holds some 56,000 archaeological sites, many considered sacred by regional tribes. There has been some pushback referring to Utah lawmaker Mike Knowles' call to investigate financial ties between the coalition and environmental groups supporting the monument. Interior Secretary Sally Jewell recently said she is planning a visit to Utah, but a date has not been set.
According to the Durango Herald, a Colorado Planned Parenthood clinic has reopened 5 months after an attack by a gunman calling himself a warrior for the babies. The Gazette of Colorado Springs reported that workers at the Colorado Springs Clinic have repaired damage from the November 27th shootings and celebrated a full reopening Sunday. The emotional event was attended by employees, state officials, and peaceful protesters. Robert Louis Deere Jr. has acknowledged that he is the gunman who shot and killed 3 people and injured 9. Psychologists have testified that Deere has a delusional disorder, but a judge has not yet made a decision about whether he is competent to stand trial. Planned Parenthood of the Rocky Mountains president and CEO Vicki Cowart says security has been upgraded but wouldn't go into detail about the changes. And now, here's our weather report.
Great day in the morning and the afternoon. Our high pressure system has arrived, and the only exceptions to clear skies will be some minimal cumulus clouds over ridges and a few showers over the San Juans later this afternoon. Spring in the Four Corners today is as close to perfect as it gets. Wednesday should be the same, except some models show no activity over the San Juans tomorrow. And others do, but since it's NOAA in Grand Junction saying no moisture there tomorrow, I think we'll go with a no moisture in the San Juans for tomorrow. Thursday, a deep low pressure system offshore will be affecting the Great Basin well ahead of its actual arrival in the area, as it will begin to draw moisture from the south into our area for the evening. Then Friday's precipitation will be wider spread than Thursday, and Saturday the low will be on the front porch, move slowly through the area with on and off rain, with a break Sunday morning and then resuming in the evening. Once again, the system will cause wraparound moisture as it moves through, so cool temps and showers are expected. A rather slow-moving frontal boundary with multiple waves of low pressure along it will continue to bring rain and thunderstorms to the East Coast states today. The most widespread coverage of showers and thunderstorms is expected from the southern portions of the mid-Atlantic states into the southeast. The Storm Prediction Center is forecasting a slight chance of severe thunderstorms for portions of the mid-Atlantic and southeast. Additionally, locally heavy rainfall is possible. A cold front will bring showers and thunderstorms to the upper Great Lakes today and will reach the Ohio Valley and the lower Great Lakes tonight and into Wednesday. A low pressure system will develop across the central Appalachians and mid-Atlantic region Wednesday night into Thursday morning, bringing showers and thunderstorms to those areas. High pressure at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere will keep warm temperatures in place through the next couple of days from the interior northwest to the northern high plains. Afternoon high temperatures in these areas may reach 15 to 25 degrees above average. Along the Pacific Northwest coast, a slow-moving cold front will bring scattered showers and thunderstorms today. The front will move a little farther inland on Wednesday and Thursday with scattered showers and thunderstorms possible for portions of the northern Intermountain states. In our 5-day forecast, current temperature forecast highs for tomorrow and Thursday have been raised a bit from yesterday's estimates and are showing upper 70s for Wednesday and Thursday. Then Friday in the upper 60s and Saturday and Sunday in the upper 50s. Lows have been left in the lower 40s for Wednesday and Thursday nights, then mid and lower 30s Friday through Sunday nights. Precip chances arriving Thursday evening and staying for a 6-day stretch. These showers will provide a few hundredths initially, and then up to 1400ths of an inch of rain is possible for Sunday, with less after that. And now back to the news.
According to the Durango Herald, next week a Southern Ute tribal elder will give a presentation explaining the cultural and historical significance of the upcoming Bear Dance, an annual event on the reservation. Russell Bach Sr., who will lead the May 12th workshop at the Ignacio Community Library, refers to the traditional springtime rite as an awakening of life through which women are honored. I say it's an awakening of life because even my own people say it's a social dance. It's not that way. It has a lot of meaning and purpose to it, said Box, who has participated in the Bear Dance since childhood. The Bear Dance tells us to honor the women, but we don't do that in this society, do we? He said. One of the oldest traditional Southern Ute ceremonies, the Bear Dance, dates to the 15th century. It is characterized as a women's dance because participating women choose their male partners, which is done by flicking their shawls at the intended dancer. Those who refuse must pay a price to the woman who asked. When you spend most of your time inside during the winter, you call it cabin fever, and when spring comes, you want to participate in things you are familiar with, Bach said. This is the same thing. The Bear Dance will take place May 27th to 30th. The ceremonies are open to the public.
And from the Grand Junction Sentinel, the next big thing in fighting wildfires might be the drone, said U.S. Representative Scott Tipton, Republican from Colorado. Unmanned aerial vehicles, frequently referred to as drones, could aid firefighters on the ground, as well as help with forest management, Tipton said, after a briefing with U.S. Representative Kristen Sinema, Democrat from Arizona, about the U.S. Forest Service's use of unmanned aerial systems. Tipton said drones could be equipped with fire suppression equipment that could be used on small remote fires, limiting the growth of the blazes and possibly circumventing the need to call in firefighters. He said firefighters could see a fire start up, send in a drone, and maybe stamp it out. The vehicles would have to be modified to deliver retardant and will need to withstand heat. Drones also could be used to provide better information to firefighters on the ground, especially in smoky areas that limit visibility and inhibit radio transmissions. Drones also could aid pilots with needed information, making their runs more accurate and safe. Tipton also said that unmanned vehicles also could be used to better manage forests, especially the most remote wooded areas. High-risk roadless areas also could be monitored with greater ease. Drones also could be used in searches and rescues, he noted. We need to be looking at the feasibility and possibility of implementing unmanned aircraft systems into our firefighting capabilities, Tipton said, noting that the Forest Service is still testing the use of drones in fighting fires and forest management.
According to the Albuquerque Journal, federal wildlife officials say they have, for the first time, successfully integrated wolf pups raised in captivity with a wild litter in New Mexico. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service said 2 9-year-old endangered Mexican wolf pups raised at a conservation center in Missouri have been adopted by a wild wolf and her litter of 5 in Catron County, the Albuquerque Journal reported. If the cross-fostering is successful, the surrogate mother will adopt and raise the pups as her own. The Mexican gray wolf was added to the federal endangered species list in 1976. The first captive-bred wolves were released into the wild in 1998 with a goal of having 350 for a sustainable population, wildlife officials said. Endangered Wolf Center Director of Animal Care and Conservation, Regina Misotti, said getting new diversity into the small wolf population is important. The most recent annual survey shows at least 97 wolves live in forested lands in southwestern New Mexico and southeast Arizona, down from 110 wolves the year before. The Fish and Wildlife Service this week agreed in a court settlement to develop a recovery plan for the endangered species by 2017. New Mexico has been fighting the wolf release plan, saying it threatens ranchers. Recently, the state told Fish and Wildlife that it would sue unless the agency stops its wolf release plan.
Reported from KJCT-8, in Colorado alone, close to 158,000 adults and roughly 52,000 children live with a serious mental illness. That, according to the National Alliance of Mental Illness. May is National Mental Health Awareness Month, and local health experts said mental illness continues to grow on the Western Slope. While many people do seek help, not everyone does. Health experts said that is because mental health still remains a shameful topic. Amy Gallagher, the vice president of Mind Springs Health, said, especially on the Western Slope, we come from a culture where we may not necessarily always talk about these types of things. It is sometimes a stigma, and there may be that pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality. Martha Graff, the executive director of Western Colorado Suicide Prevention Foundation, said issues like suicide and mental health often go hand in hand. Many people who are suicidal seek help from primary care physicians when they should be getting help from a mental health provider. Experts said while it is easy to see someone who has physical problems, mental problems are hard to detect. Officials said the solution is to get the conversation going and encourage people to get help if they need it. Established back in 2014, Colorado's first statewide resource for mental health, substance use, or emotional crisis help, information, and referrals was formed as part of the initiative set forth by Governor John Hickenlooper in partnership with the Colorado Department of Human Services to strengthen Colorado's mental health system. Colorado Crisis Services proposes to provide greater access to mental health services, ensuring Coloradans get the right services in the right locations at the right time. Mental health professionals are available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year at 844-493-TALK, that's 844-493-8255, to provide support to Coloradans in crisis.
And now the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of April 25th through May 1st. A courtesy ride to the Utah State was given to 2 traveling pedestrians. A town resident reported juveniles harassing neighborhood dogs. The case is under investigation. A county resident reported all 4 of a vehicle's tires slashed in a parking lot of a local business. The case is under investigation. The sheriff's office received a report of an attempted phone scam. A report was received of a building in the county with a door open. An officer secured the building. That's it for today's roundup. Stay tuned this week for more updates.
In today's High Country happenings, a Taste of Durango will be held on Sunday, May 15th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. from 7th to 11th Streets on Main Avenue. Proceeds benefit the Manna Soup Kitchen and the Colorado Restaurant Association Education Foundation. For more details, visit tasteofdurango.com. Saturday, May 21st, 38 Special will be performing at 8 p.m. at the Sky Ute Casino, $20 general admission, and for more details go online to skyutecasino.com. This Saturday, May 7th, Firewise of Southwest Colorado and Pueblo Community College celebrate National Community Wildfire Preparedness Day from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Mancos campus on U.S. Highway 160 at the Fire and EMS Training Center. See a demonstration of fire-resistant construction and landscaping. Contact Becca at montezumafirewise@gmail.com or call 970-564-7860 to volunteer. Bring family, friends, or a service group for picnic duty, minor construction, masonry, irrigation, and landscaping tasks. Donated Zerkscaping materials are also accepted. All of the event listings information is presented and available on the DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please let us know your event by sending an email to dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station at 677-4119.
Again, thanks for tuning in. This program is aired live at noon and rebroadcast at 2:30 and 8 p.m. on Channel 32.1 Dolores County, on Channel 30.4 in Montezuma County, and their cable Channel 5.
And you can also rewatch the broadcast on YouTube. Search DCTV News at Noon. And please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And don't forget, today is Talk Tuesday. Right after this show, we present a live call-in show allowing your community voice to be heard. Call us at 677-4119. Today is Let's Talk Trump Tuesday.
For Kendra Cook, Jerry Tope, and all those who are working to bring you DCTV and the News at Noon program from Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. See you next time.